What's the message in here today? Is this another game, or do you guys talk at all about the gravity of Game 7?
No, I think it's just it's pretty evident. I don't think much needs to be said. I think we got to be ready for what's to come tonight, and I mean, these are ones that you get excited for, so it should be fun.
How do you guys make sure that you don't maybe get too excited and play outside of your structure?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of times, hopefully a lot of ups and downs in the game, and that's just the way it's going to go. But you got to manage that, stay even keel, and for us, it's just going to all go back to structure. Got to be good under that, and yeah.
What are you guys trying to replicate from Game 6? What are you trying to clean up?
Yeah, I mean, offensively, I felt like we were doing things right. I think defensively at times it was just a little bit tough sledding. Again, there's going to be those momentum shifts in games, but you just can't give these guys opportunities like that. And obviously it's tough. They have a lot of offensive threats, so for us it's going to be making sure we dial it in.
How different is this Dallas team at home versus on the road? It seems like they play a much more calmer game at home.
Yeah, I mean, every team's different when you play at home. Obviously, you have that momentum that you can always rely on from the fans. And for us, it's just going to be, again, managing that, playing a consistent game. And that's what you got to do to make it all the way.
Cale, does it feel like every game, maybe even every period in this series is sort of its own world, its own universe, that it takes on a life of its own?
For sure, yeah. I mean, every single period seems different. One period you're up to nothing, the next period you get 4 goals. So, again, it just goes back to staying even keel and making sure that we're consistent the whole night, because you can't give these guys opportunities because we know what they're going to do. So
kind of undermines the idea of momentum, right? It doesn't seem to be momentum existing in this series. It just changes so rapidly.
For sure. I mean, there's little spurts of it here and there, but at the same time, like, good teams know when to settle down and find their rhythm again. So you have to be able to do that every single game, and tonight especially.
Dumb question, but has this been fun in this series? Is it fun to play in a series like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's really fun. 2 really good teams and just battling it out. Obviously, hockey in general is fun, so I don't know what else I'm going to say.
Were you able to enjoy a game like tonight, just in the moment, a Game 7 like this, or is it more afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, you have to enjoy it. There's only so many people that get to play in a situation like this, so at the end of the day, it's a privilege, and for us to be able to be in this spot and have this pressure on us, I think that's a privilege upon ourselves. So got to just make use of it.
Thank you, Cale.
Would you rather be than here, for Game 7? I mean, maybe we'd rather be in Colorado for Game 7, but yeah, I think this is something that everybody dreams of, and it's gonna be fun. And obviously, all the playoffs are intense, and it's fun to play. But Game 7, it's everything's on the line, and we just gotta win one game.
You look around this room, I'm sure when you walk in today, I'm sure nothing needs to be said. Everybody knows exactly what to do and exactly what's at stake, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be about little details. Special teams, again, is going to be huge. I think we just got to play the same way we played in Denver last game, just, sharpen a little bit on the defensive side, and, we're going to get the opportunities.
That's interesting you said that. I heard you say that after game number 6, that, hey, look, as long as you buckle down defensively a little bit, that the offense will take care of itself, and you guys play your game, it should be good to go.
Yeah, I think every game you get a lot of chances. Maybe first couple not as many, but last like three, 4 games we get a lot of chances every game, and on the other side we're getting out quite a bit. So as I said, if we limit their chances, we know we're gonna get ours, and we'll be good.
Yeah. They made us all do that.
Understanding how fortunate we are to be in this position, embrace it, and we just got to come up big and have our best game in the series.
It's interesting, as a captain, do you need to take the temperature of different guys? Do you need a bumblebee around the room, or is that not necessary?
I always do that. So today is really no different than any other day for me. It's just making sure guys are good. And guys are. It's not like I have to hold anybody's hand, but obviously on days like today, it can get, the nerves can start creeping in. I'm sure they will. It's human. So, but I think as a team, we'll find a way to be in the right frame of mind going into tonight.
What stands out about the way that your team has played in this series?
Yeah, I mean, when we when we do things right, when we do things the way we want to play and how we want to play, we take over games. And I think that's a reminder that we always have to keep reminding ourselves of when we do what we're supposed to do. I mean, it's hard to play with us, and I think we're trying to find a way to do that for the majority of a 60-minute game. And when we don't do that, limit their chances and make sure we don't give them a whole lot. So that's been the challenge. I mean, they're a good team. They're opportunistic. They don't need a whole lot of chances. They don't need a whole lot of room to get on the score sheet. So, yeah, we're excited for tonight, and hopefully we can put our best foot forward.
Okay, last thing, what you've been through, I guess you probably have learned an awful lot in the last 3 years. You talked about just the opportunity to play in a Game 7, the opportunity for a team to even be in this position. Is that more of a macro way of thinking that you have now in terms of embracing the pain, the joy, and everything else that's involved with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's eye-opening being away from the game for that long, and for the game itself, you see things that you wouldn't normally have seen, and you understand things from a different perspective. But I think somebody asked me about pressure the other day. I don't feel like there's any pressure. I mean, pressure for me was waking up, going to the gym, not knowing if I was ever going to get any closer to playing or if I was just going to stay where I was at. And that felt like a lot more pressure, and the anxiety and all that buildup was heavier to me than what this is. This is just, like I said, it's a great opportunity. Game 7s are what we dream of playing in, and here you are. So just got to embrace that, come out and play our best game, leave nothing behind.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gabe.
Thank you.
Obviously, a winner to go home, do or die scenario. How do you compartmentalize the emotion of the moment and kind of go about your approach?
Yeah, I think you probably look at it a little bit of both sides. This is kind of what you think about, and the moments you look back on throughout your career, and you talk about playoffs and Game 7s and do or dies, and having that opportunity is a special moment. So trying to harness that energy, the excitement, all of that, and then at the same time, no, it's still the same game. You want to go out there and execute the game plan, and just play the best of your abilities, tighten everything up, and lay everything out there. So this is it. I mean, it's an exciting time, and a great opportunity.
Have the games had a different feel in Colorado versus Dallas, just in terms of like pace and tempo?
Yeah, I think every game has been a little bit different, even comparing games at home and games on the road. So all of that is kind of in the background now, and you learn a little bit tactically and watch a little bit of video, but all comes down to one game now, and every moment out there counts.
There really are no secrets at this point, right? We talk about the 7th game, and you guys.
I think after you play them a few times, I mean, there's maybe certain things you can try to pick up. I think there's adjustments that are trying to be made by both sides to try and counteract some things and generate a little bit more offensively and tighten up defensively. But I think you talk a little bit about that, and then I think you talk a lot about just the emotions and the excitement. And like I said, that opportunity, the pressure to be here to Game 7 is what you're made for, and it's awesome.
Your line broke some good things in game number 6. You feel like it's coming together. It's really peaking at the right time.
I think. Yeah, both last couple games at home, I thought we did some good things. Obviously, Game 5 wasn't our best. Kind of gave up a couple defensively, but I think that's where it starts for us, is being solid defensively, kind of limiting turnovers, limiting chances for them, and then kind of counteracting and get on the ozone and get on the attack. I think with Val and Gabe, two pretty easy guys to read off, and big, strong guys that can make a lot of plays, and they can kind of beat teams off of rush and off the cycles in different ways. So every game's a little bit different, but had some good chemistry. I want to keep it going.
Last thing for me, you talked about strengthening defensively a little bit. How much of it is it what you guys need to do defensively versus what they actually try to dictate on you guys?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. I think of maybe some things that they're trying to do, and then obviously there's the systems that we have to kind of be sharp and reliable to one another, predictable to one another, and finding that balance and just being out there and playing hard. And obviously spaces and previously you want to be up in the face and play on your toes, being aggressive. And the more you can play on the offense and limit those turnovers, it's going to be a better night for us defensively.
We talk a lot about momentum in the playoffs usually, but there doesn't seem to be any momentum. Either team can just turn it over. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's just two. I think it's two good teams that are capable of striking at kind of any moment. A number of different ways and a lot of depth on both sides. And for whatever reason, it is what it is. But now we're here in one game to kind of decide it. So everyone knew it was going to be a tough series, a tight checking series, and a hard-fought series. So we're excited to be in this position.
Do you feel that, like, when the team's down, like, that everyone's like, oh, it's fine. Like, there's no, like, woe is me out there?
Yeah, I don't think you can have that mentality no matter who you're playing in the playoffs. I think you have to be able to kind of wipe it short term. Thought process in terms of what's going on out there. You have to learn from it. Obviously, if there's mistakes made, and that's just the nature of the game. But at the same time, you can't let those emotions kind of wrap you up and bring you down. You got to get back out there and get on it.
You mentioned earlier this is kind of what you play for as a hockey player. Like, does this type of situation ever get old, or do you still kind of feel like a kid envisioning playing in the NHL playoffs?
I think it's that, and it's the best of it. It brings all that up, and to be in the playoffs, to have this opportunity, to write your story, how hard you work to get to these points, to have this opportunity, I think is something that you kind of lead on to, and you bottle all that up and go out there and lay it all on the line.
Thank you.
Yeah.